Oh, y'all, look at that.
That's a big Jewfish.
Here he comes again.
That's a big Jewfish.
Stop him. Stop him. Stop him.
Redneck, get in the boat. I don't want you falling in.
Hey, you got a big old largemouth on there.
Big old largemouth. Hey, let's catch him.
What's up, everybody? Bluegabe. Y'all just witnessed a giant Goliath grouper eating a pretty big bonita from these boys over here that are catching bait. The same thing we're doing. We're off of Stuart, Florida on the bull shark barge. I've got Madison, which is a fan that I met of the channel. She's an awesome young lady, 9 years old, can cook, clean, catch almost anything. I've got Jake, I've got Luke, and I've got Trey. We're catching bait. Trey's gonna hold the camera and I'm gonna show y'all how to sabiki rig these live baits right now. All right, you guys, so this is known as a sabiki rig. I actually have two on. I double them up when I'm trying to catch live bait. I've got just a 1 ounce sinker. If there's more current, you need to go to more weight than that, but right here, I don't need very much more. Drop it down to the bottom, and as soon as it hits there, you click it in gear, and I'll show you what to do then. All right, just hit the bottom. I don't want to sit there and like big cranks up and down. I just want to do the bare minimum. These baits have been getting caught all day, so they're pretty spooked. All right, I got them loaded up. So when you're coming up, it's probably best to use mono on your live bait reel. Just like that. 4 live baits at a time. Whenever I'm fishing and I can get live bait, you can rest assured I'm gonna try to get it. I can catch fish on artificial all day long in most circumstances, but there's nothing better than live bait, especially when I have kids on the boat. Just drop it down and reel it nice and slow. Woo, I got a sardine. 2 sardines. That's the best bait on the planet is sardines. When you're out here in these bait schools like this, you always got to be observant to the boats around you, because the current's coming out of the south and going to the north, and all these boats are fighting the wind and the waves. So you got to try to work as a team.
She's got one.
You got one?
Reel in, Jake. Reel in.
Reel it in.
What you got, Madison? Oh, another mackerel. Swing him right in at your feet. Come on, quick. Renette, quit. Oh, wait, look at that mackerel.
Nice.
Go put him on ice.
Okay.
Jake,
Yeah.
you ready to catch one?
I'm excited to catch one.
Those are nice glasses you got there.
Thank you, the Rachel's.
Redneck. Lukey, tell him you already caught the biggest one.
I already caught the biggest one. Bigger than 5.
You got him?
Yeah.
Keep your rod tip up and reel.
I think I lost him.
Reel, faster.
Flop him in when he gets you.
You didn't lose him, he's right there.
Flop him, over.
Redneck, quit. Look at that.
Second mackerel.
We're gonna eat them. Jake, I need to change your lure. All right, you guys, so we're out here. We went and caught bait. You see this big storm brewing? I'm not gonna take these kids out in the ocean. But as we're coming in, I see all these birds diving and I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Things are going off in my brain. I said, I know those are mackerel because I can see them jumping and I know they taste very good. So hey, like I always say, I'm an opportunistic feeder. I see mackerel, we're gonna eat them. Then we're gonna go in and try to catch some snook. If we get a keeper, we do. If we don't, we don't. We have mackerel for the grill.
You want to cover that fish, because you don't cover that fish in ice, it's going to be nasty when you get back.
That's right.
You want to get it hot.
Let's go, Jake. I need to put you another bait on. You're sitting fast, Jake. You might get a bite too. Madison.
Yeah?
Are you the good luck charm or what?
I guess.
Jake, you're gonna have to hijack her rod next time.
I will. That's what I'm gonna do.
Swing him in on this side when you get him up here. Come on, keep him coming, swing him in. Swing him in. Bam, just like that.
Just like that.
Trey, unhook him and show him that bait. All right, y'all, that's all we're trolling is a little Yozuri minnow, 2-inch long silver bullet. Is what I call it. This thing will catch everything. We got them on 30-pound test fluorocarbon leaders with the little Old Salty medium action. I think they're 3,000 reels. They're doing the trick. Trade rods with Jake.
This is one of those situations called pretty lure, pretty fish.
That's exactly right. Let some more line out.
Hold on.
So we're right here at the mouth of the Stuart Inlet, and obviously there's little glass minnows getting blown in here with the current, and these mackerel are just gorging themselves. I've tried 3 different lures on Jake's rod and nothing's worked, but that little Yozuri minnow is catching them every time we go through them.
Did you put that mackerel in ice?
Yep. We're not catching any going out towards the inlet. When we make the loop and start heading back towards the sandbar is when we're catching them.
That's right.
Because that's the way the bait's flowing this way, so the fish are gonna flow that way.
And that's your fun fact of the week. Trey's 15 years old. Trey, a bunch of these people that watch us give me a hard time for giving you a hard time for losing that snook. Did you take it to heart?
I mean, it was my fault. I should have kept that rod bent. I mean, I don't care.
Tell them how long you've been working cows for. And are the cowboys real sensitive on you when you're working?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you're the youngest one, everyone's gonna yell at you. It just happens. It ain't no big deal.
Ain't no big deal.
That storm's coming in close.
Yeah, that storm is looking nasty. In all honesty though, guys, I am hard on these kids. But one thing about it, if I'm ever out here fishing and something happens to me, these kids aren't gonna die out here by themselves. They're gonna take this boat and go to land and get me to help. You gotta teach your kid common sense. If they rely on you for everything, you got nothing. You got anything you wanna tell your fans?
Yeah.
What do you wanna tell them?
That fish are sometimes a little hard to hold.
Yeah, they are.
And they're slippery.
Yep, they can be slippery too.
Yeah. We're about to catch them.
I'm ready. We need about 2 more.
Yeah, we're gonna catch them now.
Hey Luke, you make a better door than you do a window. Can you go to the other side, please?
Okay.
Don't you lose Rachel's glasses. She might whoop you, boy.
Trying to race the storm right now. Got catch 2. Pull the boat out.
Jake, you got one, you got one. I was just joking.
Real, big one. Big one.
You got him, Trey. Jake, reel. That's the biggest one of the day. Just reel him, son. Don't get too excited.
He's got a shark, I think.
How big of a shark?
Like bounce. Ooh. Boom. Big Spanish Mackerel. Big Spanish Mackerel.
Big one.
He's running. He's running.
Just nice, steady.
This may just be a jack, believe it or not. Oh yeah. Quit fighting.
Keep him coming. Get him out of the power poles and the motor.
Keep him.
All right, stop reeling. Now reel down a little bit more and swing him in here.
Big Spanish Mackerel.
Oh, man.
Come
Wah, wah, wah.
That was a big one too. We need to do this more often.
It's
It is
fun?
fun, yeah.
What do you think?
Really fun.
Y'all better be ready. Golly, slow down a little bit. Get him, Jake. Madison, reel yours in out of the way.
What is
I didn't see he had one on.
Dad?
You got a phone call?
Yeah.
That's Grandma Betty. Tell her we'll call her back.
Real.
That's another runner.
Come on.
What in the world?
I need a mackerel.
All right, y'all, so those mackerel pretty much quit biting. We just pulled up here to a seawall. I'm gonna try my best to show y'all how to catch a snook up against any kind of dock or any kind of structure. I've got a 30-pound test fluorocarbon leader to just a circle hook. snook live up against the seawalls because when mullet or any other kind of bait fish come down the wall, they can push them into it and then eat them much faster than they can out here in the open. So you see the little clear spot right in front of his eyeball? That's where I want my hook to go through. It's super hard for me to show you with the angles of the camera. Just like that. A lot of times your bait will swim away from the wall, and when it does, reel it in and throw it back up there. Always check your drag.
Oh, that's got one.
Ah!
Get him.
Got one on. Get ready with the net, Jake.
You guys, this fish wants to get to that dock as quick as he can, but you got to do your best to try to stop him. This isn't a snook, it's a jack, but still, it's a fun catch.
Whoa, keep him.
If you have enough bait to where you can chum, grab some and throw them up against that wall, and it will always get the fish going. These fish that live on these walls, when they hear another fish start to eat, they start to eat.
Oh, Lordy, that's a giant.
Get up there. Get him, Jake.
Get him, Jake.
Good job. Get him in the boat. Get him in the boat, quick.
What is that? Jack Carvel.
All right, you guys, so you see that circle hook? Pop it like that, and it will always come right out. Now, a jack's jaw is a lot harder than a snook, and we could eat this jack, but we already have really good mackerel to eat. Look at that. Here, you netted him, you hold him and turn him loose for everybody.
All right, y'all.
Don't turn him loose. Now set him right in the water, nice and easy.
See ya.
We're gonna try a few more baits to get a snook. I've showed y'all some of these tips when you're seawall fishing. Throw some chum out, use a good rod that you can really stop that fish with. When you pitch your bait, get him up against the seawall or underneath the dock, but when he hits, you better be prepared to get him out. Here's another tip while Jake's getting me a bait. A little bit of my leader's frayed. Every time you catch a fish, you better check your leader, because even if it's a jack or a snook who don't have really crazy teeth, they will still fray your line, and the next fish you catch could possibly break you off and hurt your feelings really bad. This coming Sunday, I'm going to Crystal River to spear some grouper. Then Tuesday, I'm going to Kentucky to catch some giant catfish and to go noodling. Then when I get home from there, I'm going to Venice, Louisiana with my new airboat. We got some good ones coming. Yep, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, did you just see him eat right there? See, a lot of times when I'm talking to you guys, I don't have to be looking to where my bait is because this braid is so sensitive. I could feel that thump and I turn over and look and there he was blowing up. Throw him in the water, quick, throw him. You guys, the only thing holding me in this water right where I'm at is my power poles. Film over here at this wall.
Sorry if it's shaky.
This is a crazy, yeah, Trey said sorry if it's shaky. This is a crazy situation right now. A huge boat just went by and sent some giant wakes at us. But if that's not a testimony of how safe and how strong and how convenient and how perfect power poles are, I don't know what is. This boat's heavy, it's big, and they just held us through that whole entire situation. I didn't have to worry about getting blown up on that seawall. I didn't have to worry about anything. You guys, that was nuts. That big wake was hitting the seawall, which was creating what we call backwash, and was sending the wave back at us at the same time as another wave was coming. So that's another thing. Huh? Ah! See, I was just sitting there talking and had a big fish on, and I didn't get him out of that dock. That was my bad. That was my bad.
Tech tip of the week: don't talk to the camera while you're fishing, Gabe.
Yeah, Trey just called me out. Tech tip of the week: pay attention to your bait. Even though just a minute ago I said I'm always paying attention, but I didn't feel that fish eat, y'all. So if y'all are wondering where to get those little sabiki rigs, what we were catching bait with this morning, Danko sells them, and you can go online. You know, I suggest buying them in bulk because they're not, you don't really use them 2 or 3 times unless you buy Danko's sabiki rod, and then you can. I don't have one, So mine are, I just use them 1 or 2 times, cut them up and dispose of them in the trash to where a bird can't get in them. Use a new, oh! Use a new one the next time I go. That fish just hammered me. You hear that fish eating right under there?
Yeah, that bird went. Perfect cast.
Give me a smaller bait, please. I can tell y'all one bonus to bringing a bunch of kids. You can send them to go get bait, a drink, hooks. I got me a bunch of go-getters.
And camera.
Look at that jet taking off. I told my buddy not to use my jet today.
Fish on. That's a good one.
Yes! Oh! So, I'm gonna give myself a hard time right now and tell y'all what just happened. I just had a snook wrap me around that piling. And because the kid, nope, it didn't happen. All right, the hook just come out. I saw how frayed it was last time and I thought that snook just broke me off, but he didn't. Let me tie on one more hook and try a couple more baits because that was a keeper snook.
I saw the line right next to the pool, so I thought that's what happened.
So I'm tying the loop knot that I taught y'all the other day on one of my, I think second to last video. I mean, we're perfectly content. We're getting ready to go in. Everybody's caught a fish except for Trey, and Trey has the most important job on the boat. He's filming and driving the boat. So that's his job today. Give me a bait, quick. All right, this is a good bait, much smaller, right in front of the eyes. Come through just like that.
On the bottom of the hard part. All right, Gabe has one on.
Nice snook. Whoa.
Get down, get down.
Camera's on and red.
Is it dead?
No, hurry up.
The camera battery's dying, so I'm trying to hurry as quick as I can. Look at that beautiful snook. Look at the teeth on that thing though, y'all. Hey, we're back at the house. It's the next day. It rained like 5 inches when we got in yesterday. We're gonna clean these mackerel. I'm actually gonna eat some for myself and put the rest on the smoker because I really want some mackerel dip. And I love grilled Spanish mackerel. It's like one of my favorite. They're simple fish to clean, but their bones are really, really tiny. So you just cut it off just like that. Look at that. You can even do it just like that. Take their head over here, put them like this. Get right down on that backbone. Bam. You can take this part, put it on the smoker too, and pull the bones out. And use every little bit of meat you can get. Even these smaller ones. Look at that, fast and easy. Just like that. So I'll take all these little backbones while I'm smoking the part of the fish that I want for dip. I'll smoke it too. So I'm gonna leave the skin on, and once I'm done cooking, it'll peel right off. I see y'all. Oh, whoa, 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 fun fact. Y'all see that pump sprayer and that simple green? Use that when you're cleaning boats. We used it yesterday. We cleaned both the airboat and the bay boat. Pump sprayer, simple green, about 50-50. Just spray it on the boat, brush it down, done. Y'all look at that. That's a nice piece of mackerel. Now I had it soaking in this marinade for like the last hour. It's got a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of jalapenos, a little bit of honey. And all we're gonna do is make this plain Jane and simple. I put some olive oil on this copper sheet. I'm lightly salting it with garlic salt. I'm gonna use the can cooker Creole in a minute, but first let's take this out to the trigger and show you where the rest of the mackerel's at. Remember those backbones? Here's the rest of it. I've been smoking it for about 4 hours and it is hot. Put this fish on here, take the rest off. I'm gonna turn the heat up to about 350. I'm gonna let it cook for about 10 minutes and then we're gonna go inside and make a sauce. All right, so I'm gonna take these jalapenos out of this marinade because they've also been marinating themselves. And I'm gonna take just a little bit of the juice, not much, about a 1/4 cup. That's actually pretty technical. I don't think I've ever said a 1/4 cup before. Take a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of garlic. This is where the can cooker Creole comes into play. I want it to be like a spicy mayo, so I'm gonna spice it up. Rachel, who's now filming because the boys are at my mom's house because their cousins are getting ready to leave. They've only been here for like 3 or 4 days and the kids haven't got to see them much. So they're there, we're here. I'm editing this because tomorrow morning I'm going to do a redo on the pleca video, that crazy hard-shelled catfish. I've got a dude coming from Portugal. He doesn't even speak a lick of English, but his daughter does. She's going to interpret. He says he knows how to cook them the right way. So we're going to go do a redo, just like that. See what I got? I'm going to stir it up. All right, so here's my sauce. Been cooking for 10 minutes at 350 degrees and I'm about to raise it up to about 375 and let it finish off. I can assure y'all that's gonna be good. Exactly how I wanted it to look when it came out. So with just 5 little fish, I only saved 4 of the backbones. 5 little fish, we got a meal. We got a whole bunch of fish dip and we got some backbones to pick the meat off of, but we ain't done yet. So I got some Mexican rice because what y'all don't know about Rachel is I think she's half Spanish. She eats some of the craziest Mexican, Puerto Rican, Costa Rican dishes y'all have ever seen. So we just got some Mexican rice. Y'all know I'm simple. Look at that, just a quick, easy. Look how everything caramelized on there though. Dinner is served. All right. Dig in. Let's
Give
see.
it a
Come
go.
on.
Give
Let's
it a
see.
go. Give it a go. Hold on, let me get it out.
She's never tried any kind of mackerel.
Oh, good. It's tasty. It's got a different consistency, but it's good.
It's mackerel.
It's mackerel.
You're used to snapper and grouper and dolphin.
Yeah.
How about that rice? I slaved over that rice for hours.
Hours. Mmm.
Yeah.
Such a good job, babe. No, I like it. It's good.
You better thank Jake, Luke, and Madison, and Trey.
Thank you, Jake, Luke, Madison, and Trey.
And there y'all have it. 5 fish, 2 good meals, and we still got some backbones. That's proof that you can take kids fishing. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You could probably catch these from the shore in most places that you guys live if you can get near a beach or an inlet. I know all around South Florida they're everywhere. I didn't expect to see them where they were at today or yesterday, but hey, I saw them. I said I know how to catch them, and we caught them and we cooked them. But right now I got to sit down and edit this video so I can get it up late tonight because tomorrow I'm filming another one and then we're off. 2 weeks, we're gone. Out of this state, going on to the next state, Kentucky and Louisiana, and we're going to be coming out with some awesome videos. Y'all, thanks for subbing. Thanks for liking all my videos, and thanks for all the positive comments. But like Jake always says, we're getting up out of here, and it's time to get the heck out of shape. See y'all.